Today marks what would have been legendary basketball star Kobe Bryant's 45th birthday. And to remember him, Nike has dropped a new sneaker in collaboration with his wife, Vanessa. Now, here's the Kobe 8 Pro Halo, selling for $180. It's the first pair of sneakers honoring Kobe since his passing in 2020. Nike said the Halo concept sneaker will be an annual release. Now let's bring in Chad Jones. He's a sneaker archivist and a co-founder of Another Lane. It's a marketplace for premium sneakers. That's all it deals with, not the junk, just the premium.
Yeah.
Also the brother of our senior executive producer, Chloe Jones. All right, two quick questions. Pro, kind of explain that to us, and then what sticks out about the shoe?
So the Pro is called that because it's technically not a retro. It looks like the old shoe, but they updated the tech.
Okay.
So,
now, but tell us a little bit about the tech in this.
I mean, the cushioning is a little bit different. You know, the materials are a little bit different. Colorways are different. That's kind of like the update versus some of the older models. One of the highlights here is like an embroidered swoosh where the old Kobe 8 was like I want to say like an iron-on or plastic-like swoosh that put on. So they updated it and it's better materials.
So I think what stood out to me is that it's all white, like that it's so clean. Like so many of the sneakers that we've been seeing lately have been like colorful explosions. This is kind of subtle.
I really like the colorway. I mean, it's called the Halo. I think it's really a nod or inspired by, of course, Kobe, who's now not here with us, and you know, being all white, clean, and basically like a glory or like crown, you know, type of presentation.
And a little bit of black for the Black Mamba.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we said 180 for the price tag.
Yes.
But that's not what we have
That's
here.
not what we have right here.
We have a couple other examples of sneakers that are like, tell us why you brought these two here.
Well, today is Kobe's birthday, so happy birthday to him. But these are two prized possessions of mine in my own personal collection. And these are pairs that were early on in Kobe's Nike journey. So one pair is about 2007. It's the Huarache 2K4. But the reason why I brought it, that's the bottom pair in the Lakers, gold and purple accents. And basically, this was the Vivo Foundation that later became the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation. And it was this is just another way that Kobe and his wife were able to impact youth and their futures. And then the pair on top is the Zoom Kobe 1, which was the first signature Kobe. But this particular pair was part of a contest, and a store called Nort that was here in New York City actually designed this pair. And it didn't win the contest, but apparently Kobe liked the shoe so much that he had it produced anyway.
Wow.
So I got my hands on it, and it's one of my prized possessions.
When you say you got your hands on it, because these were not available to the public.
No, they were not. This particular pair on the top, there were only 10 pairs that came along with like a varsity jacket and hanger, and they only had them at Nort, and they were like $1,000 retail.
So if I wanted to get my hands on one now, how much would it cost? You have any idea?
You know, I don't know the market for this shoe because it's not even sold on a place like Gold or StockX, like these third-party marketplaces. But I've seen them for anywhere like $10,000 and up.
Wow.
So, you know,
that's what we're talking about. I know people are going to like tuning in and they're going to be like, I don't understand why we're talking about sneakers, but it's not just about the shoe, right? I mean, you were talking earlier, and you said that you kind of view this as kind of a piece of art, right?
It really is. To me, it is. It stands for a lot of things, right? One thing we do is we wear sneakers, and they are supposed to speak to people about who we are as people, you know? And Kobe's legacy on and off the court, like, it stands alone. You know, he's been a huge advocate for women's basketball. He tries to speak to the youth in different ways. That's one of the reasons why I actually have these books here. From Granity Studios. These were from the mind of Kobe, the Wizard. They actually had a Nike version that was a Wizard colorway, but it was like a magic story through basketball where he's basically talking about the insecurities of the youth and how you overcome that.
Wow.
And I think it's really great.
Well, and his passing came at a time where we were seeing the beginning of the second stage of Kobe's life on a different stage.
Right, and that's what this was part
of.
of.
And I think that's why it holds such value to not only collectors but fans of him. Well, in your mind, what made his collaboration with Nike? Do you feel it was so corporate, or do you feel Kobe really had a say in everything that was going on?
I feel like he definitely had a say. So, you watch the transition from the beginning. Like, everybody always thought that as a basketball player, you wear mid or high top type of sneakers. So you see the Zoom Kobe 1, the 2, the 3, and they have that traditional mid, high top. But then as you get to the 4, he starts going to this low top model, and that comes and brings his history with soccer and lateral stability. So you could see his input when it comes to things like that.
And Chad, was there another shoe that's in honor of his daughter as well that's being released?
Yes, there's the Mambasita Kobe 6 that there was a lot of fanfare for. They've released in really limited quantities. They're very hard to get your hands on. They're very expensive on the third-party market.
I bet.
But really cool, really cool stuff. And one thing I want to say is a lot of today's basketball players love the Kobe shoe. Like guys like Jalen Brunson on the Knicks, that's what they wear Kobe's. So it's just really cool to see how much his legacy has carried on.
Yeah, well, I think it's a beautiful shoe. I would wear this shoe.
Same.
If I could get my hands on it,
Yeah, that's the thing. Can you get your hands on it?
I'm sure it's going to sell out real quick.
Well, luckily, you know a guy.
I got connections. Chad, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.